Hey you guys, it's Haley from LoveLeys Hair, and I'm back with another video on how I do a Flexi Rod set on 4C natural hair. Here it is, my best friend's beautiful hair after our rod set, and here I'm going to show you exactly how we got it done. And first, I would like to apologize. The video snippet we're about to show at first is from a time lapse, so it's not as smooth. But I did just want to show you guys her texture, her natural hair texture, which is more of a spongy, tightly coiled hair. So yes, this is her natural hair, and now we're going to go into how we rod it. We section it off based off of texture. Everyone's will be different, but this is how I sectioned hers to get the right density. We choose rods and sections that are going to be based on the desired size of our curl. So for her, I didn't want really small curls. I wanted more of a medium to small, so we didn't use really large sections. I also chose triangle partings to provide more movement and seamless parts, because sometimes with squares you can kind of see all the parts, and I didn't want that. So for her hair, we also did go ahead and apply wrapping lotion, and we brushed it through each section, making sure there was even distribution of product to calm down any frizz and add a silky finish. We do start by making sure we're securing the rods on the ends and rolling upwards. This is just to make sure it's a very tight, secure wrap around the rod, and to make sure that it's really secure on the rod. Starting from the bottom, make sure you get a firm grip, and you secure the root by flipping the end of the rod over the base. So we're about to show you exactly what that looks like with the freeze shot here. So you can see basically her hair is being wrapped, and then we're gonna close that rod at the end at the base. So you can see right there, we held it right at the base so she can basically make sure that rod is not going anywhere. So as long as your hair is being very tightly secured at that root, then you don't really have to worry about there being puffy roots. When you take the rods out, it's going to be all sleek and finished. One of the major keys I'm going to give you right now is just making sure that you're fully saturating each hair section and brushing through the product and stretching the hair prior to rodding it. That's what's going to make sure this hair basically gives you that shiny finish and not very like frizzy and things like that. If you can see it all, I'm using a brush to basically get the product through. It's basically like a tangle teaser where there's those really rubbery small little bristles in it. So that's just to make sure the product is really getting through every single strand. So we're just going to make sure we repeat that throughout her whole head, and that will ensure that we have a smooth finish as long as each strand of hair is being very much combed out before we rod it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're on the last strand and we're done rodding now. Once we're done, we're going to go ahead and move to the dryer, which we're going to sit her under for 45 minutes. And I use the ionic dryer because it's better on the hair. So now we're going to remove these Flexi Rods. As we're removing these Flexi Rods, it is so I can't repeat as much as I'd like to, but so important that while you're removing them, you are making sure that you are not disturbing the curl. You are keeping the curls exactly where they are as you're taking those Flexi Rods out. Now that's because it's going to definitely protect the hair from frizzing up and also secure and allow you to make sure that the hair is dry, because if you just go ahead and separate it, then now you got this poof ball, versus making sure that it's dry. If it's not dry, you can just put her back under the dryer for a few more minutes. One more time. So yeah, after we take these Flexi Rods out and have everything secure, we're going to make sure we oil and moisturize her scalp prior to separating the curls. This is just going to give her scalp some love because she was sitting under that hot dryer for so long, but also provide some silkening and slip to those curls as I separate them. A scalp massage is so crucial for your hair when it's been like just put under such harsh heat. So yeah, take care of your scalp, love on your scalp, and it will love you back, I promise. But once you get that taken care of and your hair has a little bit of oil from your scalp on it, it's time to separate the curls. That's our favorite part. You are going to go ahead and separate these curls, grab the curl and pull it apart strand by strand based on your desired fullness. Of course, if you want more full hair, you'll separate it more than if you wanted your hair to be a little bit more calm or more together. We're going for an in-between. We want it full, but we don't want it too wild and looking more like a fro than like a rod set. So yeah, we go ahead and do that and spin each curl in the direction it was rodded to maintain shine and definition. That is so important because if you were to switch that curl opposite of the way that it was rodded, you're going to get a frizz, it's going to look unsettled, it's going to look basically just like all over the place. So as you can see, I'm fingering each curl one by one as I separate it to make sure it keeps the shine, and also they're going in the direction they were created, so it's going to give you a very, very smooth finish versus if you were not to do it that way. So yeah, this is going to be just basically a run through on how I separate her curls. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for you so we can get to the end so you guys can see how beautiful her curls look once we're done. Now after separating her curls, she looks a little happy, so I think she likes it. It's time for us to go ahead and pick and fluff her roots. I did grab a wire toothpick or the metal toothpick for this, and I just stretched the roots just to make sure it looks more natural, it falls a little bit more seamlessly, it doesn't look too perfect, because perfect is what gives you that childish kind of Shirley Temple look. We wanted it to look a little bit more lived in, and we positioned the curls where we wanted it to fall. Of course, day 2 is always better than day 1 because they settle more, but it's still gorgeous. We can see that shine. So yeah, we are pretty much done now. We're just going to add a little bit of hairspray, holding spray for a long wear so these curls do not fall with the weather or the rain. Of course, that's just how we go ahead and complete it. But this is our end result of our Flexi Rod set on 4C hair. I do love how much shine and gloss we have with this finish. I hope this video was helpful for you ladies in learning how to do your Flexi Rod sets on natural hair. Of course, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share if there's anything that you loved or want to talk about. Again, this is Haley of LoveLeys Hair, and thank you so much for watching.